Welcome back to the English Upgrade Podcast, Season 2. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sarah. It's fantastic to be back.
So, Sarah, let's dive right in. In Season 1, we talked about moving beyond grammar books. But I think many of us, myself included, still hit this huge wall, listening.
The blur of words effect.
Yeah.
Where you understand the individual words.
Yeah.
But the sentence just flies by.
Exactly. I can read an article just fine, but when I listen to a native speaker talking at like a normal pace, my brain just freezes. Why is that?
It's because we often treat listening as a passive activity.
Right.
Like just opening our ears and hoping the information goes in. We need a mind shift. Listening is an active, trainable skill.
Okay.
Just like playing the piano or learning to ride a bike.
Okay, so how do you train listening? I mean, where do you even start?
We start by remembering how we learned our very first language. As babies, we didn't study, we just listened for months. Our brains are built to detect patterns. So the first, most important rule is to feed your brain with lots of understandable English.
So massive amounts of input, yeah, like we talked about with grammar. But if you just listen to anything, it can feel so overwhelming. How do you practice it effectively?
This is where we get strategic. A great way to think about it is splitting your practice into two modes: extensive listening and intensive listening.
Okay, that sounds like a workout plan.
It is for your brain. Extensive listening is like your long, relaxed jog.
Okay.
You listen for pleasure and general understanding. You put on a podcast, a TV show, or music that you genuinely enjoy. You're not stopping to look up every single word.
Right.
You're just absorbing the flow and the main ideas.
That sounds much more fun than what I've been doing. So what's the intensive part?
So intensive listening is your focused sprint.
Right.
It's where you put a short, maybe 1 to 3 minute piece of audio under a microscope. This is for targeted learning. You listen with a transcript, noticing how words link together. You rewind and listen to a tricky phrase 3 or 4 times.
So that's where you really focus on the details, like pronunciation and specific phrases.
Exactly. And this is the perfect time to use the shadowing technique.
Right. I've heard about that. It's where you listen to a phrase and then just repeat it immediately, like an echo.
Precisely. It feels a little awkward at first, I know.
Yeah.
But it is one of the most powerful exercises out there. It forces a connection between your ears and your mouth.
Wow.
Dramatically improving your pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. You can't say a word correctly if you can't hear it correctly.
That's a huge insight. So a healthy listening diet has both the long, fun sessions and the short, focused ones. What about tools like subtitles? Are they a help or a crutch?
They're a tool, and the secret is how you use them. The number one rule is to use subtitles in English.
Okay.
In English, not your native language. This connects the sound to the written English word. Then you turn them into a training exercise. Watch a scene with the subtitles on.
Right.
Then immediately watch it again with them off. You'll be amazed at what your brain picked up.
I love that. It turns passive watching into active practice. This whole approach feels so much more manageable.
Right?
It's not about having a gift for listening. It's about having a plan.
It's all about building habits. Listen every single day, even if it's just for 5 minutes on your commute. Find topics that you're genuinely curious about. Be an active listener. If you're watching a video, pay attention to the speaker's gestures and expressions. It's all part of the language.
It's a complete shift from being a student of listening to being an active user of the language.
And that shift makes all the difference.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. The next time you're listening to an English song you enjoy, pull up the lyrics and read along as you listen. Then put the lyrics away and listen again.
What new phrases or sounds did you notice the second time through that you had never caught before? Welcome back to the English Upgrade Podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sarah. It's wonderful to be diving into a new topic.
It is, and it's a big one. So last time we worked on improving our listening,
Right.
but I think we need to talk about, the elephant in the room, accents. You think you finally understand English, and then you watch a show like Peaky Blinders or Dairy Girls, and suddenly you feel like you're back at square one.
Good chuckles. Oh, the great accent wall. It's such a universal experience for learners. We're often taught one or two standard forms like General American or British RP.
Right, the textbook versions.
But the real world is just a kaleidoscope of sounds.
A kaleidoscope. I like that. So where do we even begin to understand it all? Is there like a secret code?
Well, the closest thing to a secret code is understanding a few key features. The most important one has a technical name,
Okay.
but a very simple meaning: rhoticity.
Okay, that sounds intimidating.
Don't worry. It just means, do you pronounce the R sound in the middle or at the end of a word? So, for example, I have a pretty standard American accent, so I'm rhotic. Listen, park the car over there. You hear those hard R sounds, right?
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay, now let's switch to what many people think of as a classic British accent, received pronunciation,
Mm-hmm.
which is non-rhotic. Park the car over there. The R sound just disappears, and the vowel opens up.
Wow. Okay, just hearing that back to back makes so much sense. It's not that the word is different, but the sound is completely transformed.
Exactly. And once you have that concept, you can start mapping out the English-speaking world. Most accents in the US, Canada, Ireland, Scotland, they're rhotic. Most in England, Australia, South Africa, non-rhotic. Shall we take a quick trip?
Excited. Let's do it. I want to hear how a simple sentence sounds around the globe. What's the sentence?
Let's use, I saw a bird in the water. Okay, first up, the USA. I saw a bird in the water.
Okay, standard. Now hop across the pond to England.
I saw a bud in the water. Notice bird becomes bud, and water becomes water.
Whoa, that T in water is so much sharper. Okay, now fly us down under to Australia. I'm curious about this one.
Australian, slightly nasal. I saw a bird in the water. Can you hear how the vowel in water is different from the British one?
Yeah.
And the intonation often goes up at the end of a sentence.
Yeah, it almost sounds like a question. It's fascinating. Okay, what about Scotland? I feel like that's a whole different level.
Chuckling. It can be. There are so many Scottish accents.
Right.
But a common feature is a strong R and something called a glottal stop. Scottish. I saw a bird in the war. They roll the R in bird, and the T in water gets cut off in the throat. War.
Wow. Okay, that is so cool to hear. And finally, let's go to Ireland.
Irish. Melodic. I saw a bird in the water. So they pronounce the R like the Americans, but the rhythm, the music of the sentence is completely unique.
This is incredible, but I have to say, as a learner, it also feels a bit overwhelming. Is the expectation that we should be able to understand all of these perfectly?
Oh, not at all. The real lesson here isn't to mimic every accent.
Okay.
It's to train your ear through exposure. Don't be afraid of material you don't 100% understand. The more you listen to different accents,
Yeah.
the more your brain just adapts and starts to recognize the underlying patterns.
So it's about being a detective, not a mimic.
And what about my own accent when I speak English?
Embrace it. Seriously. Every single person who speaks English has an accent. The goal is clarity, not conformity. Your accent tells the story of who you are.
Wow.
And that's a beautiful part of the global English-speaking community.
I love that. It's a shift from I need to sound like them to I need to communicate with them.
Precisely. Every accent is a living piece of history. By listening closely, you're not just learning a language,
Right.
you're connecting with cultures from all over the world.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. The next time you're watching a movie or listening to a song, consciously try to identify the accent. Is it rhotic or non-rhotic? Can you hear any unique vowel sounds or rhythms that tell you where the speaker might be from?
Welcome back to the English Upgrade Podcast, the show where we make your language learning smarter, not just harder. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sarah. So, Alex, I want you to be honest. How much time did you spend watching movies or TV shows last week?
Uh-oh. I feel like I'm in the principal's office. Let's just say it was significantly more time than I spent with a textbook.
Okay.
I always feel a little guilty about it, you know? Like it's
Yeah.
wasted time.
Well, that specific feeling is exactly what we're going to tackle today.
Oh.
What if we could take that guilty pleasure
Mm-hmm.
and re-engineer it into one of the most powerful and genuinely enjoyable study sessions you could possibly have?
Okay, now you have my full attention. You're talking about learning English with movies, but my experience is that the English just washes over me.
Right.
How do we make it actually stick?
That is the most common trap. The secret, Alex, is to make a conscious shift from being a passive viewer to becoming an active learner.
An active learner, right?
And this isn't just a nice idea. There's real science here.
Oh, really?
Multiple studies show over 70% of learners see a noticeable improvement from this method, especially in listening comprehension and vocabulary.
Wow, 70%.
And one study found 81% of students agreed it was highly effective for learning new words.
Okay, that's a huge number. So what does an active learner actually do? Where do we even start?
It starts by reframing your mindset.
Okay.
Don't think of it as watching TV.
Right.
Think of it as a gym workout for your English.
A gym workout for English. I love that analogy. Okay, so what's the cardio?
That's extensive watching. You pick a movie you're genuinely excited to see.
Okay.
You put it on, maybe with English subtitles, maybe without, and you just enjoy it.
Right.
The goal isn't to understand every single word. It's to get a feel for the rhythm of the language, follow the main story, and just soak in the sounds.
Okay.
It's low-pressure immersion.
I can definitely do that. That sounds like my Friday night. So what's the strength training, the intense part?
That's intensive watching, and this is where the real magic happens.
Ooh.
You don't take on a whole movie.
Right.
That would be exhausting.
Yeah.
You just choose one single scene, maybe 2 to 5 minutes long,
Just one scene.
and you put that scene under a microscope.
A microscope. How?
So you use what I call the 3-watch method.
Okay.
It's a powerful cycle.
Right.
So first, you watch the scene with subtitles in your own native language.
Got it.
The goal here is simple. 100% comprehension.
Okay.
You need to understand the plot, the jokes, the emotions, the context.
Right. So you're building a foundation of meaning first.
Precisely. Now, for the second watch, you switch to English subtitles.
Okay.
This is your study round.
Right. The study round. Right.
Every time you hear a new phrase or an interesting word, you pause the video, you write it down in a dedicated notebook,
Right.
you say it out loud, trying to mimic the actor.
Okay.
This is where you connect the sound, the spelling, and the meaning all at once.
And this is where that shadowing technique comes in, right? Where you try to speak along with the character.
Exactly. And it feels awkward at first, I know, but shadowing is like a miracle for your pronunciation and fluency.
Wow.
It's not just about repeating words, it's about training the muscles in your mouth to make the same shapes and sounds as a native speaker.
Right.
You're building muscle memory.
That makes so much sense. Okay, so after the study round, what's watch number 3?
For the final and third watch, you turn the subtitles completely off.
The final boss.
Exactly. And because you've already built up all that context, vocabulary, and phonetic practice,
Right.
you will be absolutely shocked at how much you comprehend with your ears alone.
Wow.
You're not just listening anymore, you're understanding.
This is a game changer. It's so structured, but it sounds like choosing the right movie is really important.
Oh, yeah.
I once tried to watch a gangster movie and I understood maybe 3 words.
That's a classic mistake. You're right. It's crucial to match the show to your level.
Right.
So if you're a beginner, start with something where the language is clear and often repetitive.
Okay.
An animated movie like Paddington or a sitcom like Friends is perfect.
Okay, and for intermediate learners, someone who understands the basics but wants to sound more natural.
For them, I'd recommend a well-spoken drama like The Crown or an inspiring film like The Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, good choices.
The stories are compelling, and the language is more complex but still very clearly articulated.
And for the advanced learners ready for a real challenge?
Oh, you dive into something with fast, witty, and culturally dense dialogue.
Ooh.
A show like Sherlock or a movie by a writer like Aaron Sorkin, for example, The Social Network.
Wow.
The speed and complexity will really push your skills.
This is fantastic. It's not just about watching, it's about watching with purpose. So a final question for you, Sarah.
Yeah.
What do we do with that notebook full of new words? How do we stop it from just gathering dust?
That is the final crucial step, activation.
Activation. Okay.
The notebook is a starting point.
Right.
To really learn a word, you must use it.
Mm-hmm.
So a simple trick is to choose 3 words from your list every day and try to use them.
Just 3.
Maybe you write a short journal entry or you try to slip them into a conversation.
Okay.
Even better, put them into a spaced repetition app.
Oh, that's smart.
This regular review signals to your brain that this information is important and moves it from short-term to long-term memory.
So you're creating a complete ecosystem for the word.
Exactly.
You hear it in context, you analyze it, you practice saying it, and then you actively use it.
That's the heart of it. The emotional context from the film makes the language unforgettable. It's the difference between knowing a word and truly feeling it.
Now, here's a question we'd like you, our listeners, to think about. Imagine you could have a conversation with any movie character to practice your English.
Ooh, fun.
Who would you choose, and what is the first question you would ask them?
Mm.
Think about their accent, their speed, and the kind of vocabulary they use.
Yeah.
It's a fun way to think about your own learning goals.
Hey everyone, Alex here.
And Sarah, we really hope you're enjoying the episode
Oh yeah,
and feeling motivated.
I know I am. I mean, each one of these topics gives me like a new tool to work with.
Right, exactly.
It feels, I don't know, less like studying and more like finally getting it.
That is exactly our mission, to share these powerful, practical strategies that help you build real confidence and natural fluency without all the boring grammar drills.
So here's a quick question for you. Are you ready to keep making real progress on your English journey?
If the answer is yes, just take a second, like right now, to hit subscribe or follow on whatever app you're using.
Yep.
You'll never miss an episode, and you'll be the first one to get our latest strategies.
It's really the best way to join us for what's next.
Totally.
So yeah, thanks for listening.
We can't wait to see you in the next one.